Hey guys, welcome to Cosplay Life. I'm Air Bear and I have decided to remake my making cosplay armor video. So I took the steps that I usually take in making cosplay armor and I divided it into like one step per video, hopefully. And this is the first step in that process, which is making the template. So if you want to see how I made the template for making this armor, stay tuned. So the materials you will need in order to create your template are a plastic bag, scissors, markers, duct tape, paper, and pencil. First, I'm going to start by cutting off the corner of the bag so that I can make a sleeve out of it. Then I take the duct tape and use small strips to tape the bag in place. If you try to just wrap your arm in duct tape without tearing small strips, you could cut off your circulation. I know because I've tried it. It is much easier if you have someone help you, but I know how it is with procrastination. You do whatever you can when you can. Ideally, I would have used 2 bags so that I could go a little further up my elbow, but I make do with what I have. Next, I draw a center cutting line. This is where my armor will open regardless of my design. While my arm is wrapped, I go ahead and draw my design onto the tape. I grab my sketchbook to reference my design. I use the mirror to kind of visualize what the armor will look like as far as size compared to the rest of me. When my design is to my liking, I go ahead and cut the tape and bag off. Now I cut off the excess duct tape and plastic so that I can lay it as flat as possible on the paper for tracing. I grab 2 rubber bands to hold the gauntlet in place for the next step. I am now drawing a center line to my elbow to help me with the design. Next, I trace the ductile. Why did it say ductile? Next, I trace the duct tape pattern onto some paper in order to make a template. In order to trace it, I'm going to fold the pattern in half along the elbow line and estimate a line for the template, because it's not exactly symmetrical. I can reuse this template for other cosplays that have a similar gauntlet. Next, I check out my design in the mirror. I noticed some changes I wanted to make, so I marked them on the template and cut it. I head back to the mirror for another look before I move on to the next step. Now I'm drawing my border lines on the template. I will use these in the next step, which you will see in the next video about cutting. I decided to add more of my design to the template just to see if it all looks good together. I take one more look at my design and decide to add a few more design lines. So that about does it for how I made the template for this armor. The next step in the process is going to be cutting the craft foam in order to make this armor. If you want to see that video, make sure you hit subscribe and click on the notification bell. That way you can get a notification when I release that video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you have any comments or questions, add those in the comment section below. Other than that, guys, make sure that you have a wonderful day, or not, it's whatever. I'll catch you next time. Deuces! Bye.